With the wave defeated, the battle won. The town, well, not really saved, but still partially intact. Been a good day. However, I don't believe Nofumi is going to get the recognition that he deserves for his role in it. This place really seems quite corrupt. That'll be one word for it. But if you're up for more adventure with a man who's constantly belittled, you're in the right place. Shall we see what he has to defend this time? Let's watch another episode of Shield Hero. Ah, a lavish feast, considering we have been victorious. Celebrations are in order. Actually invited. I guess he couldn't have exactly been left out. There'd be more talks about that then. Keep talking of your bravery. Chasing away all the other potential suitors there. She's such a pure ray of light in this place. He's, yeah, not quite in the mood. That leads open up some interesting things for the future there. He's not going to eat for himself. Going to be fed. You challenge him to a duel. Or he just dropped his glove. It seems like a frivolous waste of time. Also, what does he really expect to gain from this? Well, it's not like anyone's going to question the fact that he's targeting the shield hero. And how long is it going to be before he is allowed to have a few more people in his party? Now, only having a small selection of people who are on his side and believing him isn't particularly that bad, because I prefer to have a few people who I can actually trust, but having everyone turn on him at all times, that is exhausting. Yeah. What of it? Tell that to the king. So he's imposing that out of nowhere. Cool. So he's not allowed to. No one's going to join him willingly. And if he wins, You have to put down something of... Oh yeah, that seems like a fair trade. Might as well not accept. It's not like public opinion is going to fall any lower. I thought they didn't care for demi-humans anyway. So is he speaking bad of his own country? Yeah, this is going to be a fair duel. No chance of ever having a clear name with everyone in power having that kind of... Draw your swords on a hero in a party. Yep. Ah, yes, taunting him on top of everything. Classy. But in a duel where he can only really defend... Well, he has a few tricks, but... Is it physically impossible for him to pick up a weapon, or is it just painful if he tries? Because with enough defense, maybe he can battle through it. And the Pope? Ah, cool. Then there shouldn't be any trickery afoot. Not in those terms, but I've heard something similar. Well, yeah, if he had just let it go through on the first attack. If you can block every attack that he gives you, and, well, he's just going to wear himself out eventually. Ah, yeah, that seems like she's there of her own accord. Tied up and gagged. Yeah, it would never do anything, will it? It's his party trick, you see. Ah, don't waste a balloon. Fair and square after you force this duel on him by king command. And let me guess, him using his skills is also against the rules. Trapping him inside with balloons. Have fun in there. Ah, we can't allow that. Ah, yes. No respect for the duel. He's not allowed to defend himself in any way. Might as well, what, play the bad guy they're all expecting him to be. The two things he would fear most. Interference. sanctity of the duel be damned. Do you have anything to defend against magical attacks? But at what cost? He hasn't admitted defeat yet. Anyone would have been able to see if that anyone would actually agree with him. Of course they did. Well, he's still standing, though. Should the match not be over yet? Yeah, cool. Good luck with that. Unless the king's order that Raftalia stays away, I don't believe that he's going to be alone. I wonder why no one was going to interfere with... or speak up that she interfered with the duel. From the beginning. It looks like the entire kingdom needs to be dismantled. What? Is he doing that consciously? That's a lot of mist. Ah, yes, of course they are. And when the monsters overrun your entire way of life... the palette change here. Does he still see her as the small slave? That's why it's in this format. At least the seal itself is easily removed. It's kind of hard to lip read when it's you only get a few different mouth shapes. You can remove the shield? Ah, you can't remove the shield, no. Does that mean all the others have to carry their weapons constantly? I mean, sword and bow you can just sling on your back. How does a spear hero? Oh. I like the distortion. How dare you raise your hand to a hero? And where did you get that information? Oh, everything that he's going through at the minute is in his mind. Well, like you lot. Do you really think he's thinking about this in a way to actually listen to anything that she's saying? At least Raftalia is fighting his corner. Ask him directly to his face. Rather than surrounding yourself by lackeys. Okay, the other heroes are joining the fray. Yes! I mean, yeah. At least some of the other heroes have some semblance of honor to them. They're not drawn in by the bullshit. And they've seen things from how we knew about it, yes. And now the Pope has found out. Oh no, is that going to have some ramifications? Traitor. Yeah, great thing to bring up right now. Someone needed to extend their hand to him to kind of break through right now, but probably not in such a public arena. Even harder to have any trust in anyone right now. How does that thumb work? Then let me guess, Raftalia is going to break him away from the cursed series of shield. And can anyone hear what he's saying right now? Or is that only in this version of the reality? He did quite a lot, didn't he? Well, no matter the reason, they were still saved. He's trying to find reasons to make himself as bad as they all see him, so at least there's some. Well, no one else in the world knows him. And did anyone stay behind to witness this scene? The curse is dissipating. And it only took 4 episodes. And since she is cleared of the curse, then there's nothing like forcing her to do it. Unless they curse the seal. Welcome back. He's not seeing her as the Raftalia that he knew, yeah. Was that just how disconnected he was from the world? He didn't even pay attention to her aging at all. And now it's going to be even more. Of a crime when something else happens. You keep telling yourself that. She's the one that's brainwashed, mate. She's the one. Projection is strong. I guess this probably is one of the better ways this duel could have ended. How long have you been sitting there? Wow. That's great. Still isn't sure. Oh, that's how they decided to go with it. Okay. Yeah, we've seen that. The princess of the country is a lovely person. Well, it's bread, meat, and some green. Yeah, of course, it can't really go wrong. Can you taste it? That says a lot about his current mental state. Now the journey can actually begin. And though nothing in the populace of the kingdom is going to change, the nobles are still going to be cronies. The Pope and the church may have some words to say, but at least half of the heroes have... Well, at least they're starting to see things that not completely black and white. And much like in Log Horizon, I think not being able to taste any food is one of the most heinous things to have happened in this show. False allegations and everything? Nothing. Not being able to eat a sandwich. But that was a good use of all of his skills in the duel, even if he apparently wasn't allowed to use them. And the birthing of the Chaos series of shields, yeah, that's not going to become a thing in future episodes. Definitely not. But at the same time, if that's available to him, what about the other heroes? But also, now that they have themselves freed Raftalia from being a slave, surely they have no objections to her being in his party now. She's there of her free will. And alongside the false allegations, one more thing that is despicable to the nth degree. Using your position of power to do anything you want. There's not really much in the way of redeeming qualities for some of these characters. But if you enjoyed seeing, well, actually a bit of growth for Nofumi there, actually coming out of it better in some ways, let me know down below if you want to make sure not to miss out in the future. But you should know by now, really. And if you want to help me overcome my inner demons, as well as get something for yourself, think about subscribing to the channel. You probably won't miss out on future uploads. But there's a lot to unpack in this one. Get yourself some rest. Join me again. If you want to be my overlord, who I have to obey, and therefore can't call out any of your dirty tricks, then consider joining onto my Patreon, because then you basically own me. So I need to thank Sal, Raywin, Electricant, Arthea, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stins5, Big Boy, Mats, Rasmus Paulson, Gurley, Denmark1997, ASD, Darkshow 7899, and everyone else, because they are standing behind me in this unfair duel of uploading videos.